Did you drop some soup?
I rolled a 3 and a 4, which then added up to the other one I rolled.
Wow.
Yup.
Liam, could I have your shapeshifter's class?
Monk.
Secret. Monk.
Oh,
Okay.
I
And then
assumed
Jade, could I
bard.
have any of your details at all for your
Nope.
character? No. No name, race, or class.
Her name is Pen.
Okay.
Pen. Penn. Just that's
I
what
thought
they
my
gave
name
me.
was stupid.
Excuse you,
Fuck
Liam. That's a
you.
very nice name.
Anyway, human sorcerer.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
a-
yeah. We'll
Okay,
Well-
I see.
we'll get into this. We'll get into this.
He
In a-
asked the
in a-
question.
I know.
God.
I know. But I've already started streaming, so like children and small cats. Let's in this direction. Everybody, real quick, roll me initiative. This is to see what order you showed up in this place.
That's
Holy
fun. I
shit,
like that.
this is like
If we came together, do we roll as one, or
Yeah, you guys
is
both
it
roll,
determined who
and
gets through
then
the door first?
you guys both roll. We'll take the highest.
Do you want us to add the initiative to it?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, otherwise
16.
it's roll a d20, isn't it?
Yeah.
22.
I
Yeah,
got
he
a
beat me
Okay. Huh? What was your shade?
significantly.
19.
So Liam is last.
Yep.
Okay.
You're dead.
You did.
You're caught in the storm, and you're never found again.
Right. So you're in near the base of the Frost Teeth Mountains, which is in the middle of winter. It's bitingly cold, like that kind of cold where you can smell the wood burning from like miles off, and the kind of like blistering wind that makes like your eyes ache and your like lashes stick together if you like keep your eyes open for too long, but the wind makes you want to blink and tear up constantly, so you're constantly trying to like keep your eyes clear. Hero, next to you, Evelyn has like bundled up, and she's like bishing every few steps. There's like little bits of frost like on like her cheeks, and as you guys are approaching Wyfall, which is the place where you were sent to distribute your flyers, although you're not entirely sure why you would distribute flyers to like what is nearly an abandoned outpost. This was once a like fortified a fort, basically. There was like a large guild hall for like soldiers, and where they did like the like off-season training to like do that high altitude and march in the winter kind of training exercises. But it's kind of not done as much anymore because, well, there used to be a dragon here in the Frost Teeth. That got taken care of ages ago, but nobody's like moved back in to like reclaim this place. But maybe with you guys like entertaining and like the next town over, these people will come and to the big city and get like movement going here or something. But it's just basically kind of one of those places where you stop whenever the weather gets cold, and like you can't make it to your final destination. If it's the closest place and there's a storm coming, you're gonna come here, and that's basically what has kept what is left of this place alive. There's a small inn, a few craftsmen, and a forge that remained behind after like all of the soldiers left. But you're approaching Wyfall at this moment, and you see the Broken Dagger in front of you. The inn is a single story, and from the outside it looks a little gloomy. Like there's not like bright lights in all of the windows like you're accustomed to in like the big city. It's cold and ugly, and it's made from like timber and tree trunks make up most of the building's outer structure. In fact, that's like what like this entire place is like. Just they chopped down the wood and they made the buildings, and it's as plain gets. The Broken Dagger was once the barracks for the fort, and so it's the interior, from what you will guess, is kind of like a big open area, when then there's like smaller like little like barracks for like the accommodations within. There's still a few sets of like arms and armor, kind of like lining along the walls, but you can't really see that from the outside because the windows are high up, and but it's kind of got like this eerie atmosphere with like the wind, the cold, and the wind. This place looks like a ghost town, but even though like you can see like the fires like within like some of like the other structures in this little encampment. And as you enter in through the tavern, through the huge hard wooden doors, you are welcomed by the smell of alcohol and the sound of the wind outside as like the door kind of like slams open with the wind, and the bartender like looks up from where she was like pouring a drink for another customer. The bartender is an older woman with who's like exceptionally beautiful for her advanced age, curly white hair and brown eyes, and she's wearing like modest garments, and a simple silver like charm hangs about her neck. And she kind of like looks at you guys with like this like hurry up and shut the door, but she's too polite to say it. The interior of the inn is about as dreary as it is on the inside as the weather is outside. The stone beams kind of support the upper floor, and there's like broken lights attached to some of the beams as there hasn't been like a whole lot of care with like some of the structure, and the walls are littered with like, you know, more of that memorabilia from like the leftover like fort and barracks. Some of the corners are kind of, can't really see into them because they're kind of like cluttered with like dust and cobwebs and other things. And you two approach, and Evelyn kind of grumbles at you to close the door behind you two, because she expects you to take care of everything.
I grumble in return and shut the door. Because of course I'm going to shut the door because it's fucking cold!
Right. Among some of like the people that you see here are, you see like a cluster of humans and dwarves and a couple of elves and a pair of half-orcs. Jade or Dan and Rob, why don't you introduce your characters and describe where you would be and what you're doing as Hero is shutting the door.
Do you want to go, Rob? Or
Yeah, I can go.
sure.
So, you see a pair of half-orcs, and one of them is much bigger than the other. The smaller one, he sits in a chair, probably near the fire, and he's got a big kind of pendant around his neck he's kind of just fiddling with, staring into the flames, trying to look dramatic. Like in my overlay, he's kind of wearing piecemeal clothing and armor. He's got a nice, fancy-looking axe at his side, a bow kind of laying across his lap. His hair's tied up in a ponytail that sits at the top of his head, and the sides are shaved. He's relatively handsome for a half-orc. Yeah, he's just kind of nursing a drink.
So, and then the larger one is like the picture that I have, only he's got like scale mail on and like tons of furs, and probably most notably he's dual wielding tridents, and they're both like stuck in like prongs down, I would imagine, either side of him, and he's probably eating something. But one of them looks much nicer than the other, and is kind of like glowing faintly, like blue-greenish. You guess that one's magical. He's also wearing something like some sort of underneath, like the furs and stuff. There's like his cloak that comes out. It definitely looks like it's of some sort of beast. But you're not entirely sure which, probably, unless you're familiar with the sea.
Excellent. Jade, if you would describe Pen to Hero, please.
Yeah, so Pen is a human female. She has pale blonde hair that's kind of up in a little bit of like a messy kind of ponytail. She's got a few like wispy pieces that kind of like fall around her face. She has light colored eyes. She's sitting in a booth, probably near the fire as she could possibly be. She's dressed kind of like in dark traveling clothes, and like across from her in the booth is probably like her traveling pack and her furs and things like that. You can definitely tell that she's someone who knows how to move about in the winter and things like that. She's got probably a plate of like whatever is being offered and a mug of ale, and she's just kind of, chowing down, kind of watching the crowd a little bit, and then just go back to eating, and like, the door slams open, and then she watch you enter, and then just kind of returns back to her food and her drink.
Right. And Liam, why don't you describe Hero and Evelyn to the people who are already in the tavern?
Evelyn is bundled up, very warm looking. Although underneath that, she's probably not got much. Maybe just a bit of armor, and her loot. I would imagine, of which Hero also has. But it's a little hard to tell because Hero's also terribly bundled up. At the moment, they kind of look like a mix of two heroes of legend. One is, I'm going to call the hero of Witcher's Weald, who is legendary. This like really tall, muscular dude with like gray hair. It's Geralt of Rivia. It's just him. But heroes kind of mix that with another legendary story of a druid elf with like long flowing red hair, and like she's really tall and skinny. So it's kind of a weird mix of those two people. Their appearance never seems to remain the same. They're also pretty bundled up, but most of it's just sort of for practicality of remaining warm, as opposed to like this is armor. On their side, they've got a short sword, and they also have a lute on their back. And they look very, very, very cold. Or maybe they just made their skin really pale. It's hard to tell.
All right. So you see, like, there's a couple of like empty chairs here in the Broken Dagger. There's space by the bar. There's a few humans that are kind of just like scattered about that, and another half elven. What you think? Oh wait, no, that would be derp, 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 derp. Take that back. Yeah. So there's a few other people like just kind of like scattered about. There's the bar owner, and then there's another like human who kind of, he looks like he used to be a soldier. He has like thick white hair and like these large like gray eyes. He's kind of wearing chainmail, and he has a sword on his back, but he's just kind of chilling in near like the at like the one end of the bar, and there's a male dwarf who's sitting on like the other corner of the bar. Another like older individual, kind of lots of elders, it seems. There's this dwarf has got gray hair, green eyes, big curly beard that's like twisted into braids, and like next to him is a female dwarf, which like some of you may or may not have like ever seen before, but has like the same like silver hair and gray eyes, but she's got like these really like overly large ears and like super big like jewelry kind of like hanging from them and making like the earlobes like dangle a bit. She's got like several pouches like hanging from her belt, like, and like a large pack at like her feet. She kind of looks like a traveling merchant almost. And near one of like the dark and sulky corners, doing the whole like their best Strider impression, is an elven woman with like a similar bow kind of to Ornon's, and the big fancy bow like propped up into like the side of like the table next to her, kind of like, so it's like near her hands. Like has a long face, auburn hair, and like these like sharp amber eyes that kind of catch like the firelight from across the room. She's kind of like quietly surveying everything while like drinking on a tankard. What would you all do?
Hey, Ornan. This place is a bit of a shithole, but the brew's not bad.
What are you talking about? The brew's absolutely shit.
Yeah, it is. I was just looking for something that isn't so fucking bleak.
It's got a fire.
It kind of like looks around and goes, probably an improvement if it was all on fire.
Probably.
Kind of like gives a bit of a look to the two strange people that have wandered in, all bundled up. More bloody sad sacks turning up.
Oh, well. If we get snowed in, it's just more meat. And chuckle again.
Hero wanders over to the bar and says, "Can I get a glass of fire whiskey, please?"
And the barkeep kind of like jerks out of like the conversation she was having with like the dwarf or the human that she was previously serving, and is like, "Oh right, coming right up." And she like goes over and gets like a fire whiskey and like in careful practice motions slides it across the bar to you. Would you be wanting something to eat? It's a bit nippy out there to warm you up real nice.
What do you have on offer?
Oh, well, we've got boiled eggs and cheese, boiled eggs and mushrooms. There's salted pork and some whey cheese, boiled mutton and some soft cheese, which is just more of the blue cheese. There's some baked mutton and dried peach, partridge and curd cheese. We like our cheeses here.
I noticed.
We've got a bit of baked partridge in here too.
I'll have the one with the cheese in it.
Right you are, dearie. Which one?
Let's go for the partridge.
Right, all right.
You know what they say? Partridge and a blue cheese.
That'll be two silver, and including the brandy. So,
They toss a gold onto the counter.
oh,
I
oh
added that
my.
gold instead of taking it off my silly sheet. What silly man.
Would you be liking a room as well?
Evelyn, do we need a room as well? Will we be staying here, or what?
I'm not fucking going back out there. It is fucking freezing.
Fine. We'll get a room too. Two separate rooms, please. Thank you.
Oh, right you are, right you are. And what would you like to have, miss? She kind of like gives Evelyn an up and down. She's like, we've got a bit of steamed duck with sugar and soft cheese with some brandy. And Evelyn kind of like rolls her eyes and is just like, yes, that sounds lovely. All right, you are. So I'll have it out in just a jiff. And like, the woman like potters off into the background, the back to get your food.
Are we gonna do this, Evelyn?
Do what?
They pull out the flyers.
Oh,
The whole 9 yards.
can we not? Because we're gonna have to be staying with these people. Let's do this on our way out, shall we? Let's not, we're kind of snowed in a bit.
Fine. And they put the flyers back in whatever pocket they pulled them out of.
It seems a bit crass, don't you think?
Yeah, no, you're right. they run a hand through their white hair, and as they run their hand through, it turns more red until there's just like a red streak on one side.
And Evelyn kind of rolls her eyes and is like, fucking show off under her breath.
I was born with it. And he they do like a hair flick.
She,
Hey, Alnan,
Right?
you see, he paid a gold for 2 silver.
He's fucking daft, he is.
Yeah, we should play him at cards.
Lead the way.
I imagine just all our conversations, even if they're like, you know, private, are just full volume.
Yeah.
So, Orna will kind of like give you a nod, kind of like stand up, stretch, trying to look like he's nonchalant as though no one had heard him, like leave his bow by the fire and kind of like wander over to the bar. And like look like he's waiting for a drink, and then kind of like lean on one elbow and turn to the two. And he says, so, where are you from?
All over.
Right. Do you want to
Only
play
stay in
cards?
one place for too long.
He said, when you said all over, he said, right, do you want to play cards?
What kind of cards? We talking tarot cards? We talking those weird cards with like the faces on them? We talking
don't play tarot cards, Evelyn. Like,
Yeah,
the
that's...
size
Yeah.
exasperates.
as you say that, he'll like turn back to Alan and give him an okay sign.
Actually,
Oh,
tarot
yeah.
cards were originally created to be used in different playing cards. That's why there's like one of everything. There's like the one of wands or the two of wands, so forth.
You don't play tarot. That's for fortune telling.
But you could play with them.
It would be
Right,
a very
well-
shitty game because there's too many suits.
We don't
Not
have
if you take
tarot-
out all the face cards,
Oh,
like
Jesus
High
Christ.
Priestess.
Oh,
Take that out. Just use the wands, pentacles, swords, and cups.
I would love to play. So, Half-orc says, kind of haughtily.
What's your name, bud?
My name? Ornan Aleph.
Hero.
Yeah, but what's your name?
That's what... It's complicated.
Right, it's complicated. Let's play cards. There's a spare seat over by
Cards.
the fire.
Let's play cards. I like the way you talk, friend.
Yeah, I don't like the way you talk.
That's unfortunate. I might as well keep speaking like you then, should I?
He'll turn back to Alnan. and just give him like a this could get ugly kind of look.
Yeah. Ebar Goma, you've come to play cards or what?
What he said.
Yeah, sure, I'll play.
Right. Like go sit in his chair again and like
The
Yeah,
voice is
little,
it's suspiciously similar to yours, even though I'm not terribly good at impersonating it.
okay. He's very unnerved.
Good. That's what
Um,
they're for.
and he'll begin shuffling out some old playing cards that are many of which are like stuck together from old booze.
I'm glad you clarified what we're stuck with.
Good.
Well, you know, that Jack's looking real hot. Yeah, play cards.
Sure. How about we roll 3d6? You can drop
All
one.
right. Can I try and cheat?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
And then, do you want me to try and perceive it? Because it
Would you
would be
be
very good.
would you be watching for
No,
someone
no,
cheating?
you're right. You're right.
Then he's just
Pass.
I have
looking
no
at
reason
your
to-
pass.
I have rolled.
Yes.
I have also rolled.
How would you like the results?
Well, just tell me.
Okay.
If you're cheating, roll sleight of hand. You have to beat 12.
Okay, yeah, I got a 16.
Okay.
I am not cheating. I rolled all 3 6s.
Nice.
Fuck me.
Fucking
Uh,
hate you.
Yeah, if you're cheating,
I
if,
just rolled all 3 ones.
You cheated in the wrong way, and like you
Oh.
ended up giving me your dice or your cards or something.
Yeah.
Or
No,
You
that's
cheated
how
backwards.
masterful my cheat was. Is that I made it look like I'm not cheating, or I cheated for you on your behalf.
Mhm.
Sure. But what I was gonna say is that you're taking you're rolling 3d6, you're dropping the lowest, so
Sure.
you've got a pair of 6s basically.
Yep.
Alnon. If you're cheating, you could roll 4d6 and choose the 2 highest. But since you rolled,
Oh, that's a 2.
okay,
So 3.
I got without cheating, I got a 6 and a 5.
nice.
Oh,
Oh,
I should roll for Evelyn, I suppose.
yeah.
If there's one thing I seem to be okay at rolling, it's d6s.
Oh, she got a 4 and a 3. So,
boy, Liam, have I got the game for you if you like rolling d6s?
right, so Alnon wins that round. Whatever your pot was, since you guys didn't establish that beforehand.
400 gold, I think it was.
I think you're fucking daft.
We'll say this was just
Great pay up then.
Yeah.
It can be whatever.
Yeah.
But...
2 gold.
This
fine.
could 2 gold.
2 gold, sure thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess I owe you 2 gold as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
that's how
but
cards work. Evelyn also pays you 2 gold.
Sweet. Now I have to find gold on this character sheet. Currency.
Sure.
Gold there. Great. How have I got 30 already?
From your
Your background.
starting from there, right? Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's it for you. Right.
Like,
Do you play another round?
I got another 2 gold spare.
I kind of lean back and go, anyone else want to get in on this?
Yeah. If you're offering.
All right, then. Come on in.
pull up a chair, little one.
And there's another. Sorry, Penn, you go up and join them, and there's another male human that kind of leans back in his chair. Is that an open invitation for anyone?
No, you prick. There's too many of us already.
Table's full.
Yeah, fuck off. You're not one of the protagonists.
Kind of his brows knit in confusion. He's got the brown kind of disheveled hair, and this kind of curled up or around his face, and he's wearing leather armor, and he's got this long club at his side, and he kind of hangs his head a little bit, and he's all oh, okay.
That's it. Turn around.
You
Come
know,
back
one
when
of
you've
the
got character
protagonists.
levels.
Fuck off.
I mean, maybe we could send him to the bar for drinks.
What, and have them spit in them? No, I've seen his kind.
All right.
What race was that person? What race was the person that Rob just insulted?
A human. He's kind of got this kind of doe-eyed innocent druid look to him, freckles across his cheeks, and he just kind of looked a little duh.
A hero puts their hands on their face and rubs their face up and down, and when they pull their hands away, they look like that dude. And then they roll their hands through their hair, pull it up into a ponytail, and when they let it go, it's like a black short back and sides.
Whatever that means.
Has anyone ever told you you're fucking
Oh.
weird?
Hold on.
What the fuck are they putting in this?
I thought I said you couldn't play with us.
That's how I make my living, friend. I'm an entertainer for a troupe that I forgot to name in my backstory.
Right, if you
That's
keep
okay.
taking the piss
Let
out
me
of my
fucking
voice,
look
we're
at
going to
the
come
word.
to blows.
I like your accent, what can I say?
Yeah, I don't like it on you, so fuck off.
No need to be such a prick. Where's my fucking T words? Here we go.
Are we gonna play cards, or are we just gonna?
Yeah. This is part of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
I believe it-
pre-match psych out.
I believe it's called
Basically, the
trash
hacker.
talk.
Oh yeah, I'm real psyched out.
Oh. Right. Well, I'm just
What's
going
your
to get
name,
things
friend?
started, and he's going to start dealing out cards.
Yeah.
My name and Pen. And you
Like the
are
rafting utensil. Or
What?
like short for Penelope.
I mean, like short for Penelope.
Oh,
but you call me-
la-di-da, look at you and your Penelope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna find no Penelopes here.
Exactly.
2 syllables and below.
2 syllables and below.
But we want Pen, right?
That,
Yeah,
that
that's below.
counts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Just
only one
check,
syllable.
check,
so-
check the maths on that one, Alan.
Nope, I think she's correct.
Yeah, all right, you're clear.
Good. Wait, what?
And what about you? And he's going to turn to Evelyn. Or does she pronounce it Evelyn?
Evelyn.
'Cause it's too many
Evelyn.
syllables.
Evelyn.
Yeah, and she'll kind of say like, "My name is Evelyn." I'm like,
Well, we'll say Pen can. You can have Pen's spare one, but you know, no more than that.
I don't know if we really need Evelyn to be a part of this, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's got good money, so
He's easy.
How
on
much
the
money
eye.
do you still have, Evelyn?
I have plenty because you paid for my room.
Ah, shh.
now come on,
They rub their hands over
hero.
their face again, and now they're back to like the Geralt of Rivia face, but they still have the short back and sides, black haircut.
I'm like, that's what
Come on,
hap-
hero.
that's what
Stop your
hap-
whinging.
That's what happens whenever you pay a gold for something that costs 2 silver. There's 8 silver left, and that is what my tab went on. Thanks for the duck.
Do you not know how to count?
I'm just terribly generous.
No,
terribly
he's
something.
not.
What did you say?
What?
Nothing.
She said that you're terribly something, and Evelyn said, "No, you're not."
What a bitch! I'm gonna roll my die. I rolled the exact same amount I did last time. So drop the 3, 6, and 5.
Oh, Evelyn rolled 2 foes.
Oh, I rolled 2 fools as well.
The 3d6 we're rolling.
Yep.
Yes.
3d6,
Go
take the
on.
2 highest unless you're cheating, and then you gotta beat passive perception at 12. And if the other
Although
2
my
are...
passive perception's 15.
Oh,
but-
okay, then yeah, gotta beat 15 if you're cheating.
I ain't cheating, and I got a 5 and a 6.
Nice.
Hey, we
I-
matched.
I could take a picture, but I got 466. So again, so
You were fucking.
I'll stop
Oh,
after
no.
this.
Waste all your good rolls now.
Yeah, so that's eight more gold. As he breaks it in, apparently.
Well,
Well,
And as you all are grumbling, the tavern owner, whose name you have not asked, comes out with the food for Evelyn and Hero, and kind of like sets the plates next to you.
thank you very much, love. Throughout the game, Hero has changed their accent and their facial features.
Yeah, so
So
I think like
gradually-
she comes by and she like puts down Evelyn's plate, and then like she like looks around the table for
Oh right, hold on.
Hero.
And then Hero does the thing where they rub their hands over their face and their hair, and they look like they did the first time they interacted.
The woman kind of narrows her eyes a little bit at Hero and
It's me. I
slowly
assure you, it's me.
puts the plate down and kind of like walks back.
Hang
Toward-
on, love. Hang on,
Comes in.
Mhm.
hang on, love. Just before you go, bit of northern hospitality. And he like counts up the people who haven't like bought dinner or drinks, which is Ornan and Pen. Do you want something?
I just ate, but I wouldn't say no to a tankard.
Absolutely. Ornan?
I'll have what she's having.
Very well. And get something for yourself, love. And he's going to give her one of the gold that I've won and basically pay for drinks. He'll get more food as well for him.
She's
Such a gentleman.
still kind of side eyeing Hero, but like, and it's kind of like a switch kind of turns on, and she like then like reaches across, takes the gold, and is like, "Oh, thank you very much, love. I'll have it back in just a moment for you." And
I kind of like lean and very loudly stage whisper like behind my hand, "Don't worry, it's just a fucking freak."
she kind of nods a bit and runs off to. Did you guys order food too?
No.
I did.
As
Okay.
as she's going, I'm gonna call after her. Don't worry, you can tell it's him because no one else is as much of a cunt.
Too true. Too true.
Hero places
Evelyn.
their hands on their hands on their chest, and like when they move them away, they have a pair of let's say C cup breasts. And say, "Excuse me." Still with that deep gravel voice.
There's a bit of a frown from Eldan. So, what are a bunch of Nish Southerners doing this far north?
Before you guys get into that little bit of the conversation, I would like everyone to roll perception checks real quick for me.
Oh,
Oh,
here
shit.
we go. Oh, that's a really fucking good roll.
Oh, that's near fucking bad, lads.
Near
24.
fucking bad. Have that.
That's a-
I got
a
21.
non-natural- No, sorry. Yes, a non-natural 20. 18 plus 2.
19.
Good
Alright.
rolls all around.
Is like you guys are kind of in like the as I described, this used to be a barracks, so like this little like common area of the Broken Dagger is like large and wide, and so like you would figure that conversations held at one end of it where you guys are at like the other, like you wouldn't be able to like really hear anything, but as Alnon and anybody who rolled above a 20, I'll say.
Yeah, I got a 24, love.
Yeah.
like 21.
You'll notice that the individuals at the bar were all like staring at your table as the bar owner or tavern lass, whatever you want to call her, because you haven't asked her name.
Tavern lass. Great super
As
villain.
she's like walking away, they're like kind of like they had been watching your table, and like they all kind of like they turn in unison back towards the front as she approaches.
That's creepy as fuck.
What's creepy?
How many of them are there that were watching us?
3. There was a human and 2 dwarves.
Right. Do I get, or can I check? Do I get the sense that they were watching our weird-breasted friend right now, or us in general?
I mean, they might have been. Who rolled? What was the people that rolled above a 20? What were your rolls?
I got
again?
21. and
I
then
got
Onan
24.
24.
Okay, I'll say that Onan, you also noticed that as you were like looking back towards your cousin, brother.
Brother.
Okay, as you were looking back towards your brother, you caught the amber glint of like the elven ranger in the corner also watching, but the gaze drifts away as the woman walks away.
I'll just like lean into Alan and just say, looks like some of them are having a gander at us, but I don't know if it's at our friend or us.
And to answer your question, Dan, it could possibly be the weird doppelganger that is like growing breasts and changing appearance at the drop of a hat. There aren't very many of
Yeah,
them.
Willy fucking nilly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changelings aren't a common race
Sure.
in this, like anywhere. So
I'm not entirely sure Hero knows they're a changeling. I think they just think, oh, I can just shapeshift whenever I want.
yeah, like it could just be like a fucking wizard that or warlock that thinks he's like
Just
funny
messing
or
around.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like it could be illusions. You haven't like prodded them to see if it's real or not.
Don't you
Sure.
fucking dare.
I mean, I figured it was weird. I'm not sure what way, but
It
I've
definitely would.
seen some of the world with Miss Aileen, so
It-
I was ready for weird.
It would garner some attention, you figure.
Yeah. I turn to Hero and I poke him.
Excuse me?
I turn to Hero and I poke him. You said, "Oh, prod him."
Where,
You
where
haven't
did
prodded
you
him.
the
Just in the arm.
The arm
Right.
is flesh, not an illusion like you might think. It doesn't. It
Right.
like what you see is what you feel.
It's not like putty. I haven't like put my finger in. It just like has stuck that way.
The
The
Ditto
Start
picture was a
melting.
joke. They're not actually Ditto.
Sure.
It's Clayface from Batman.
Leave him, Alan. Weird's weird. It doesn't matter what kind.
Oh no, I don't have much of a problem with weird. I just I think you're drawing some attention, mate.
I make my living off of being weird. They like lift their breasts and they disappear again into their chest.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Just so
We're-
deadpan. That was amazing.
We're entertained,
Brilliant.
and Hero pulls out one of the flyers for their group, which I've now called the Tantalizing Traveling Troupe.
And Evelyn kind of like does like this, like hand over the face, like, oh god, damn it.
I'll hold out a hand for one.
Bloop. There you go.
Tantalizing
It's
traveling
elaborate
troupe,
design.
you see.
That's very interesting. I'd throw it in the fire. You got any more?
I'm not stupid.
And you're
I
paying
think
like
you disagree.
a lot of gold for stuff. I mean, that's debatable.
Hero like grimaces slightly and like grinds their teeth in their head.
So what is your
What's
name
wrong?
anyway?
What?
We've not been introduced. What's your name?
Hero.
And I'm Evelyn, dear. I'm sorry he's such a tit, and sorry that occasionally he has them. I don't think he was ever raised to have proper manners.
Well, it's
I
quite
mean, I
odd.
didn't realise tits were a way of raising. I thought you kind of were born with them and you weren't.
Sorry, what was it?
I said I didn't realise tits were a way of raising. I thought you were either born with them and you weren't.
Some of us are blessed with the ability to create our own.
That is thrilling. It really is.
Why
And they
did
do
you-
work. Hero winks, still with their strangely masculine face, but a very feminine voice escaping from their vocal cords.
Now,
I'm
what
glad.
do you mean? Oh, I don't want to know. Evelyn says,
Well, I guess I kind of nudge Pen. I guess I know where the tantalising bit of this troop comes from.
I wish I didn't know where the tantalizing bit of the troop came
No,
from.
that's not. No, that was. That
well,
was a
when you
joke.
put yourself out there like that, you can see where they would come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Why did you put so
100%.
much emphasis on the word "come," Evelyn?
I mean, why did you point it out? We were all just gonna like sit there and like snicker at it.
Yeah, I've got a better word. Go away.
That's 2 words. Genius.
No, but the go was fuck off.
That's also 2 words. For the record.
At around this time, the front door to the broken, the large door to the Broken Dagger opens again. There's like the whistling of cold wind, and it's just kind of blows through the place and like drops the temperature like another 10 degrees as a tall male elf wearing like very nice like chainmail strides in. He's the rugged appearance, brown hair, brown eyes, kind of like pulled back into like this very neat bun and he's got like a polearm kind of stashed across his back, and kind of like strides in like he owns the, like kind of stands there for a moment and says, "Oi there, who can take care of my horse?"
Oh, fuck off.
Right, not you, he says, pointing to you, and he's kind of smiles, and it's one of those like disarmingly charming smiles, like even from like across the room. It's like one of those elfy, like charismatic charms.
I mean, it looks like you can't put wood in a hole. Close the damn door. It's bloody cold.
Well, I need someone to help me with my horse. And the curly-haired, druid-looking guy that you guys kind of rudely rebuked kind of gets up and is like, "Right, I'll help you," and like kind of like wanders over with him.
That's it. Go start your own story.
Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Did he actually say that, or was that part of the joke?
No, he said it.
I said it because Rob
Earth-
said it earlier.
Hero hears the word story, and like something clicks in their head, and they stand and say, "I'll help you too." They like shift into the
Oh,
Witcher of the
just
Wheel.
what we needed.
They shift
We're
properly into
surrounded
the
by
Witcher of the Wheel.
twisty cunts.
Bloody
Right,
stable
and
boys.
hero, you go out, and in front of the broken dagger is like this magnificent-looking white war horse, and the elf kind of like looks at you both and is all like, "Oh, thanks for your help. Just I didn't know where the stable was," and like the curly-haired human kind of like ducks his head and is kind of like, "Oh, I've been here before. I know where it is." And like, Bruga's in the kitchen, and like they like the three of you kind of like follow the curly haired human towards around the like the side to where there's a stable. There's a few other like little draft horses in here, and there's it's pretty like they're all bundled up from like the cold, and there's like a little tiny like shepherd dog curled up in like a little nest of hay in like one of the corner, and he kind of like looks up at you guys, sees everyone, and kind of like wags his tail without getting up, and just like kind of like watches you guys take care of the horse.
Once the horse is taken care of, Hero shifts into a 5'5" girl with like bright blonde hair and just rushes over and is like, "What's a good little puppy?" And she starts petting him fervently.
the wagging kind of like goes a bit, and then whenever you approach, like your smell doesn't make sense to him because you don't smell like a girl because you haven't been a girl long enough to really smell like one. And he kind of like
Ew.
whines a bit. That's not, it's confusing. It would be confusing.
No, I was
Yeah.
just making a cooties joke. See, that was the.
Okay, come on.
It's okay. It's okay. They like extend their hand to let the dog sniff him.
Okay, and the dog will kind of like let you pet him, and the human and the elf will kind of like look at each other, like shrug their shoulders, like, "Oh, right, I thought they were helping," and
You just fucking just ignored it for the dog. That's great. I'm keeping that.
right. So yeah, while you guys are in the stable, what are you guys doing?
Oh no, I left them and they were
inside?
Evelyn. Fuck.
Yeah, Evelyn kind of like looks to you guys, and I'm like, "I'm really sorry about my companion."
I'll turn back to Evelyn and just say, does he normally like to help mysterious elves with their whores?
I'm sorry.
Ah, never mind.
He's talking about the hearse.
The horse.
A horse. Oh,
You heard it too?
I heard. Yes, I did, and she kind of like fans herself a little bit. I think he's got, or they've got a bit of a soft spot about animals.
Well, I knew there was something weird about him.
Sir, what brings you here then?
This is where I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find my parents. I will continue this and I will return at some point. You'll know because I'll tell you.
Okay, do you guys want to take a quick break then?
Oh, you don't mean in
I
game
think
then?
that'll be a good time because I'm not part of the narrative at the moment.
Yeah. Let's just take a quick break.
Yeah, we'll take a break. It's a good plan.
It's a good plan.
It's a good plan. I'll be right back.
How's it going, Jade?
It's going pretty well. How about yourself?
Not bad. Not bad.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Not at all. Busy few days.
Yeah.
And gonna be busy tomorrow. Gonna go see a friend, meet up with a couple of friends at his house, and not sure, but one of them's basically one of them's a chef who's coming over and is apparently cooking dinner.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure what, but we're gonna go over and play board games. Gonna break out that Lords of Waterdeep
Oh
that
yeah.
C got. Give it a play before everyone comes round. So I can get the edge. Get that winning edge. See what happens. That's probably the only one I can actually fit in my backpack or whatever to take, because it's not a small game. But they have plenty of games at their house, so it should be a good time.
It sounds like it's going to be.
And today we went to at a craft fair. Carrie then wanted to buy so many things, and we've bought a bunch of things, including like some finely carved wooden clock thing that is going to go in the conservatory that was like 40 quid. It's nice. Just didn't expect to be spending 40 quid on a craft fair.
Listen, I mean, clocks are awesome.
It's a good clock. And the guy was really cool. Apparently, we got talking. Apparently, he was a teacher, and then he just now does his own thing. And he seems to have like his own like woodwork, leatherwork workshop, and he just gets bored really easily. So, whereas most craft places are like, this is tea, and these are candles, and like this is art prints. He had all sorts of things. He had the wooden clocks. He had like wooden lights that he'd like carved. He had paintings that he'd done. He'd had like wallets, and there were actually like some like leather dice holders among other things, and leather and then like he had like metalworking as well. Like he'd got hip flasks and stuff that he'd made and like put leather around and stuff. And then he'd done coasters, like his own. There were like these part marble, part like wood coasters and cork coasters that had stuff like embossed on them or whatever. Like he just apparently chopped and changed to like anything that he felt like. It's actually quite cool. Apparently he'd been doing it a while, and he had one of the largest stalls, to be honest.
I got bored and I made all this stuff.
Please buy it. He seemed like a cool dude, and there was a really good artist actually. I really like. Have you played Firewatch?
I have.
Basically, there was an artist who had lots of different art, like postcards and small art and big art and that kind of thing. But it was like in a Firewatch style, without like being a rip-off. He'd done like we got one with a house on it and like a little foresty thing, and there was one that I really liked that was the most Firewatchy one, which is like this little house and like just a little island of green with like the or kind of island of brown and these like autumnal kind of colored trees around it in like a cartoony kind of Firewatchy style. And then and I really liked that one actually. And then there was ones where he'd like little baby sloths climbing trees and things like that. But he had like a real good style to him. It was good. It was good. A little more expensive a trip than I thought it would be, but we'll have to not be suspended for the rest of the month.
It sounds like you found some really cool finds, though. So.
Yeah, it was good. Probably. I mean, it'd been advertised on Facebook for a while, for like a good couple of months or something leading up to it, and today's the day, and we decided to go do it, and then came home, had some dinner, and then went out to this Kerry's boss's retirement / 60th birthday do thing. Had some fun there. Came back.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Play Dungeons and Dragons.
Loving the northern accents, by the way.
Thanks. Basically, when you said people should know each other, Rob went, "Can we know it?" Like basically to me, like, "Can we know each other?" And we should totally do northern accents. And I was like, "Yes." And then I just took his name and then mixed it up, so that, and then said we were brothers, even though we have different names. But that was the little bit of backstory that there is a backstory there if anyone asks, but we haven't used last names, but. Because he's Ornan Alnath and I'm Alnan Ornath or whatever.
I noticed.
I'll be right back.
But and then I've had an incredibly busy day today, but in the downtime I've been like listening to Yorkshire people speak, so I could get slightly more into character.
It is making me very haps.
There is I have a slang thing up, and there is like slang that I'm familiar with. And then there is slang I'm not familiar with, and if I'm not familiar with it, like it, some of it you could kind of guess from context. Some of it, like, because Yorkshire is like an actual dialect, they use words, for instance, like that you probably wouldn't get. For instance, Mardy is one that we actually have here. Mardy is like throwing a fit. If you're having a mard or throwing a mardy, like you're having a fit, like you're not like a medical fit, but like being pissy. And but there are one, and I might I'm aiming to use that somewhere. But that's one that we actually have here. But there's a bunch of them that I'm like looking at them like, no, they're not going to get that. That's just going to confuse things. Because some of them are pretty obscure, to be honest.
That's what, whenever I did the New Zealand accent for like Ian's Harbinger game, like ages and ages and ages ago, I had a New Zealand slang thing open, and like any opportunity I could just like drop one of those in there.
Talking about New Zealand.
Yeah, talking about New Zealand.
It's like Australia, but souther.
That was quick. You were not
They were like pretty much there when I left the house.
Oh, cool.
I like did a circuit, and then when I got back to the house to be like, fuck, I don't know where they are. They were like right outside. It was mental.
Nice.
There's one I really want to do, which is Goose Gogs, which is a name for gooseberries, but they don't really come up very much in D&D. It's a shame.
I don't. I'm scared. Do I want to look?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you want to look, and yes is the answer as well.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Sorry, I got Iron Brew. All good.
All right. So you guys are inside talking to Evelyn.
Is Rob back?
Is Rob back?
Rob!
I know he's posting pictures of booze, but he hasn't said anything.
He's busy.
Come back so I can call you a bastard.
Clicky.
The constant shift changing isn't annoying, is it?
Mm-mm.
Cool.
Clicky.
Rob, are you back?
Don't yell. I'm scared.
Jade doesn't like yelling.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Whoops. Somehow left the hangout for a moment.
You can't leave the hangout. You're in charge.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in charge.
Are you still in charge?
Yeah, I'm still in charge. Just gotta wait for Rob to come back. He's gone
Look
for
at you.
pizza.
No, he's oh yeah, he's gone for pizza. Gone for pizza is the phrase. I keep thinking it's gone for groceries, but it's not. The problem was that he went for groceries.
Mm-hmm. And went for pizza instead.
Did you hear about the Cockney greengrocer who broke his leg?
Mm-mm.
He fell down the apples and pears.
Yep. Yeah.
Fucking love that joke.
Well done, Liam. Well done.
Thank you. 7 dwarves walked into a bar. The barman goes, "Sorry, we don't serve minors."
How dare you? How dare you assume our professions?
Well, there were the 7 dwarves. I was trying to think of other famous miners, and the only ones I could think of were the 7 dwarves.
There's the Chilean miners.
I was going to, but then I don't know. That feels a little weird.
That's like a little niche kind of joke.
Did stop the McElroy brothers from like nursing that teat for a good 2 years. It was like part of their intro for their podcast. It's like Chilean miners emerging from.
Jorge Galahilos.
Oh hey.
The fuck does that mean?
That's one of the Chilean miners.
Oh, thank you. I know something now. Problem is, I as soon as you said it, none of it went into my brain.
Yeah.
I heard Galapagos, and that was it.
It was Jorge Galahinos.
Galahilos.
Galahilos.
Well, speaking of Helos, you guys were talking to Evelyn while Hero
Oh, yes.
was gone.
Yeah, and so anyway, he lost his favourite toy.
Oh no, that's so sad.
The sea is a harsh mistress. And anything you drop in there, old Umberly will have it.
Oh,
Mistress of
Umberly?
Storm. Yeah, Mistress of Storms. You not heard of her? Goddess of the sea. Umberly.
No.
Jesus, thought you posh types were supposed to go to school.
Any sailor worth his salt wouldn't dare cross her.
Mm.
She's can get mighty angry mighty quick. I would advise, if you ever to take a boat, that you should say a little prayer to her.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to do that in the future.
Well, and that, and look out for ghost pirates.
I'm sorry, what kind of
Oh,
fire?
not the ghost pirates. Jesus.
Are those
mean-
like spirits?
Gods.
Yeah, ghosts.
What the hell is a girst?
Are
Ghosts,
you taking
know,
the
like
piss?
float around and like eat your friends and stuff. Pretend to be them.
Oh, ghost.
Yeah, ghosts.
Ghost pirates? That's a
Yeah.
thing?
It's what I hunt, actually.
You hunt.
With these, and it like pulls them out the ground, both of them at the same time, and like swings them around. And they're these 2 tridents, and one of them looks very nautical.
How have you never heard of ghost pirates? I mean, really.
I mean,
They're a scourge. They are on
I've
the
never really
northern
been around
sea.
the sea. I'm not really like a sea person.
So,
Did you know if you scare them enough, the ghosts will get on land? I've had to track quite a few down. Actually, they're
I thought most ghosts were usually tied to like a person or a place.
oh,
Well, you
shows
see
what
that-
you know, don't you?
the sea is a very free place, and like I said, you fall in and Umberly will have you. So, and you know, there's rivers and stuff, and places can be quite wet, and the ghosts, you know, they get little blighters can get anywhere. It's a bugger to catch them, I'll have you know. A bit of a bugger to kill them as well, but that's what I make my living doing. Not many that
Buggering.
can. Buggering and killing ghosts. Not many can do both.
There's good money in ghost hunting.
There's money. Quite a few people have ghost problems. Sometimes they don't know it till it's too late. And then your little family that you've got, they're all trying to kill you because they're possessed by ghosts. Then you have to hire someone like me.
That sounds tragic.
Well, try and make those tragedies into maybe not so much
Opportunities?
comedies, but normal stories that don't involve your family eating each other or your
Yeah.
crew.
Seen that one.
We have a rich theatre history up north. There's a lot of shows.
I'll have to learn some of those stories. And it's like around this time, there is an like ear-piercing scream coming from like the side of the inn. Sounds suspiciously like a horse screaming, and you hear like raised male voices coming from that direction as there's like this loud like clattering and like sound of like breaking wood. What do you all do?
Look me, it's ghosts. They're here.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
You can have said it at the same time if you want.
Right,
Fuck
let's.
me.
I leap up,
Okay.
ready.
I do too.
Do you all run towards the sound?
Sure.
Okay.
I canter.
I want to see these ghosts.
All right, so you guys like kind of like run. You get up and run towards the sounds. As you're running, I'll take another perception check. As like adrenaline gets like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Oh, that's not very good for me.
16.
Non-natural 20.
Oh right, that's all there is. So yeah, it's like you guys like bolt for the door, and like the patrons inside the bar are kind of like looking around like confused and all of this other stuff. But as you hit the door, Alnon, you kind of like catch out of like the corner of your right eye where like those two dwarves that had been staring at your table were like, glancing at you or whatever. They're like both like looking in like the direction of the sound, but there's like not an expression of like worry or fear. And like as like you guys run out, you can kind of like see them again turning to face where Berga had gone into the kitchen. But there's not really any time for you to like stop or like do anything about that particular thing that you noticed as like you guys run into the stables, and like you see that elf paladin and like the human are like kind of like standing at near like the back of the stable trying to get the elf's horse into one of the stables, but like the horse in like the neighboring stall is like kicking and screaming and just like trying to demolish like the stall, the splintering wood going everywhere. And it's like this, you like hear like this weird like tearing and bone crunching sound as like the horse itself kind of starts to split apart, like its mouth like is open in like this huge scream, and like it splits along the jawline, and like the muscles stretch, and like it looks like extra like limbs kind of sprout forth from where like the flesh is splitting. If you've ever seen John Carpenter's The Thing, that is basically what's happening to this horse. As like the elf and the druid are kind of like standing there aghast. We'll say Alnon and Ornan, you notice in the far corner of the stable, like near like the opposite end of where you guys came in, you can kind of see a blonde woman you don't recognize, kneeling in front of a dog, kind of just staring and kind of slumped over a bit, like head lolling to like one side.
I'm gonna shoot the horse.
like that woman is partially unconscious or something, or like
Like-
entranced, or
Like she, like you
sleepy?
get like the impression there's like there's nothing in front of her. There's like an empty like hay nest
Okay.
or whatever. Nothing in front of her, but she's kind of like kneeling, like she was like doing something to like the nest, and is kind of like kneeling, and his like body is just kind of like limp and like head to one side, like from you're seeing her back, so you can't like see the
Okay.
face, but it's just kind of like body's limp, and the only reason it's not falling over is because like the arms are kind of fallen in a way to the side to like keep them upright
Okay.
somewhat.
But yeah, because like that is one weird fucking horse.
Yeah. Ghost
Oh.
horse. Knew it. Let's put it down.
Right. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
Dan, give my brother a blow. There you go.
Me too.
Yes, me too.
No, Liam, you know. Oh, natural 20.
Oh god, nice.
That gives you a what?
That's a 24, Mom.
Right.
Well, that makes sense because I only got
I'm a
10.
bit proud.
Wait, yes.
Proud of me.
What was yours, Dan?
7. I'm distracted by the woman.
Yeah.
Trying to save her, obviously.
And
Is the
Jade.
woman-
16.
Hero.
But can we?
Yes, the woman is hero, but we don't know that.
Did you not remember when they shifted into a 5'5" blonde girl?
Yeah, you guys don't recognize
guys
that
don't know
as
that,
hero
right?
I did,
Yeah.
but I
Still a
wanted
woman
just
in
to make
danger.
sure
Yeah.
in my mind files that
in your mind files.
Hero's name was attached to that folder.
Sure.
All
Yes,
right.
yes. Or none. You're accurate.
You guys are very lucky. Right. So, Ornan, you're up first. There's
Yeah, fucking on.
this huge fucking horse, as you can see in my overlay. It's quite the sight.
Oh, good.
That hearse has
Here you
far
go.
too many limbs.
Here you go, Dan.
Oh no! What did that horse doing?
Yes.
Right. So you're
Quit
up first,
dancing, you
Ornan.
bloody hearse. Stand still.
Right, I take 2 shots. That's one
Cursed
shot. That is.
hearse.
That's a 22 to hit,
Right.
and that's a 13. That's a rubbish roll. That second one. Jesus Christ.
A 13 on the dice. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
The first one will hit.
The first one will hit. That's interesting. That is
Well, what'd you say it was again?
22.
Yeah, that hits.
6
Don't make me
damage.
second guess myself, damn it. 6.
Sorry.
All right. All right. Oh, come on. It won't let me. Oh, D&D Beyond. You make me sad.
You take that back.
I can't like put in like 6 damage. I have to like do the maths and then
Yeah.
put it in. That's
And when they reach 0, they don't like die or anything. So I was just counting up when I put them all to 0 and then was counting up.
So just.
oh,
Okay.
that is smart. I'm gonna do it that way.
I always count my health up. To
Yeah,
my
but
max health.
it's like D&D kind of forces you to count down, but you don't actually have to.
Okay.
Right. Okay. It is Pen. You're up next.
Can we say that I was smart enough to mage armor up, even though I'm not that smart?
Roll me an
Before I got-
intelligence check.
That is an 18.
Yes, you like are a wizard for hire. You would have the first scream you had that mage armor like.
All right. So oh, there's just so many things that I want to do. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds. Does a 20 hit? Hello?
Yes, sorry.
Hello, voice in the sky.
Hello, voice in the sky! I need some.
Oh, I wouldn't touch that thing if I was. Oh, jeez. Okay, right, fine.
It's fine, don't worry. I'll calm it down. Oh god, I've only made it angrier.
How much damage did you do?
17 points of damage.
Right. Okay. Anything else?
No.
You're gonna stay right there next to it.
No. I'm going to move away.
You're gonna move away. All right. It's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
No, it's not. It hates me. It's afraid. I calmed it.
That's not how that goes.
I inflicting wounds.
Let's see, but it's only going to. Does a 17 hit you with your mage armor?
Yes.
All right. As like one of like the little like tentacle things kind of whoosh, like in your direction.
You're probably right. I probably shouldn't have touched it.
You take 11 points of damage. No,
No, it's
13 points of piercing damage. I won't make you do the grapple because it was
No, because I got away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it hit you, it could technically grapple you, but
It can't grapple me. I'm immune.
that's not how that works either. All right. Let's see. Who is player D? That would be Hero. You're incapacitated and stunned as you kind of sit there in front of like where the dog was.
Is the dog not there anymore?
No.
Dog's gone. Okay.
Is there a spear where the dog used to be?
No.
Okay.
Ghost dog.
I have a
Is there
funny
a
feeling
death
I know what
force?
happened to the dog, for the record.
You thank you there.
I mean,
So
you use this thing as a very specific reference.
I what? Oh.
I think, never mind, carry on.
Yeah. Alnon, it is your turn.
How long am I stunned for? Or will you just tell me you're not stunned anymore?
I will tell you.
Cool. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're not stunned anymore.
Something very specific has to happen, and unfortunately, you don't have a lot of characters with those abilities in your party.
Let's be
Oh.
fair. Me not rolling is the best choice for this party.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
Oh.
I love you, Liam.
Oof. Oh, sorry. I've just noticed something on D Beyond. There's like a flickering like flame going like red, green, orange, or like a little wizard or something saying it's party time. Did you do that, Rob? Or
No.
it says click to disable. I'm not sure if we're in a party or not, but
What
like
the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
in like the top
I-
right. I've never
can't
used
see.
D&D Beyond before. Basically, in top right corner, underneath where your little profile name is, there's a
It-
little flickering orange green.
It might
icon.
be because I'm running a thing through the initiative tracker right now.
Maybe.
And you guys are in one of my campaigns, so it's assuming that you guys are playing, which you guys are.
I don't want to click to disable it, so I'm just going to leave it.
Okay.
Maybe that is what is happening. Maybe. So I'm going to run over to the woman in the stall and go, our mum always said to look after those who can't look after themselves. And you look like you can't, so you're coming with me. I'm just going to take one of my attack actions potentially to grapple said or interact with said object / woman and take her out of the stall and out
Oh,
of
boy.
danger.
Okay.
Can of worms there,
Thanks
Dan.
for winning,
That
Daniel.
was a
Oh.
joke for C because we've going back to Yura being petrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saved her life by debating with Andrew that she was an object while petrified, so I could interact with her for free and drag her out of the way.
I'm gonna not read into that and just.
Okay, good.
Mhm. Right. So
Can I grapple her and
easily.
pull her away?
Easily.
Excellent.
The elf and the human kind of like look over in your direction. Is it's like the elf is like trying to like keep his horse calm, but like they're both kind of like making like what's going on faces at you, and
Can't you see it's a bloody ghost horse? Like, you're a bloody knight. Get your blade and wang it one.
Get your blade. I fucking love this voice.
Get your blade and wang it one, son. While he says that, can I use my other attack to throw one of the tridents?
Yes.
Excellent. He's going to bonus action, and he's going to use, looking through the things, Rite of Dawn, and I'm going to take 1d6 damage and activate the Rite of Dawn. The weapon is already magical, but it now sheds a bright light up to 20 feet. I have resistance necrotic damage, and it deals an additional Hemocraft die of damage when hit an undead. I don't know if it is undead or not.
You'll find out when you hit it.
I will throw said thing. That went off the thing quite a lot. +9, 19.
That will hit.
Sweet. So 1d6.
It is not undead.
Okay. It does 1d6. It does 8 base damage. It's not undead, so it doesn't take anything from Lantern Light / Lightbringer, the mace. And I think that's it. Sorry, new class and using new system.
New class
Is
it
a blood-
is.
Blood Curse is a bonus action, but I've just done the right. So
Yeah.
I think that's his go. So gets the lady to safety and throws his fancy trident into the beast.
All right. Here, the horse is gonna go, and it is going to attack the only one that came up into melee, which is Pen. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
I mean, I got out of there.
did run away from
That's
the
true. That's
attack.
true. So I suppose instead.
Go on, give me one. I'll take it.
Let's see. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay, it's gonna go after the tasty mage, because I rolled a 4 on my d4. It is going to be a 21 and a 10 to hit. I'm sure the 10 misses.
Who are you talking to?
You.
What the fuck?
I said odds or evens, and it rolled evens, and he called odds. So that's how that works. I just be grateful that the tentacle missed, and it's just the bite that's hitting
Oh
me.
yeah, I'm really glad that the tentacle didn't hit me.
I'm sorry. 17 points of piercing damage.
See what I have to deal with on a weekly basis, see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hush.
Let's see. Well, it doesn't say that that's an action. So I think it's gonna do that. After doing its attacks, as like some of like the tentacles whip around as they like whip at Pen but miss, and then like the ends of them kind of like splorch open and eyes appear at the end of the tentacles, and they're going to shoot 3 eye rays in random directions.
It's a Mahorsa.
Bloody hell.
I will need doot, and doot. Let's see how I'm gonna do this.
Dude's got to make 3 saving throws. Poor guy.
Poor old dude.
There's 4 of you. So let's see. That is going to be. We're going to say, Ornon, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
No problem. How does an 11 treat you?
That is a failure, I'm afraid. You are currently stunned. Alnon, I also need you to make me a Constitution save and throw.
This hearse is racist, going after all the half-orcs.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Constitution save.
Yes.
24. I rolled almost as well as I could.
You are fine. And then I swear to God, Jade, I'm not picking on you. I rolled 3d4s. It was a 1, a 2, and a 3. You're number 3. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Because I'm so dexterous.
Dirty flip wizard. I mean sorceress.
What the fuck? Oh, that was almost bad. 22.
You're fine.
That was almost a 4 on the die.
Oh yeah, you talked a big game about. Oh, I'm so good at Dex saving throw, and then you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. It was almost real bad.
Right, and then let's see here.
Oh, sorry. So when I hit it with the Rite of Dawn thing, I was just reading. It should take 1d6 radiant damage on top. So it took 4 more radiant damage.
Is that
And it
only if it's an undead?
No, it,
Oh,
it,
Rite
it
of
gets an
Dawn.
extra d6 if it's undead.
I see.
but
I see. An extra
it's a
4.
burny blood thing. I did the whole slice himself on the blade and imbue it with like radiant damage.
Right, and
So,
then
yeah, it just took 4 more damage.
let's see. Okay, I'm very sorry.
Oh no.
Okay. So like as you guys are kind of like you like backed away from like this demon horse and like you got whipped and then you got like an eye ray like blasted in your face and then something behind you comes out of the hay and tries to slash out at you. Does a 15 hit?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay, as you kind of hear like this rustling sound behind you, and as something like slices at like your ankles, and you see like this kind of furry little like shepherd dog, but its back has been split open, and there's like a giant pulsating brain in like the center of it, and then yeah, and then it'll be back up to the top. Oh wait, I suppose I should have the other 2 dudes do something. The elf is going to draw a blade and try to slash at the thing. He is going to hit. What's he got? He's going to deal that with 2 hands. He's going to deal some schmoit. He's going to put some schmoit on it.
Dirty smite wizard.
Oh, dirty schmoit.
Tasty smite.
A tasty schmoit. Let's see. He's going to do. We'll call that. Okay. I know how to maths.
I appreciate you saying maths.
I only say it for you guys.
I know.
And then.
And really, I'm the only one who kicks up a fuss.
The curly-haired human is gonna like rush over to you, Alnan, and he's going to try and take Hero from your arms, and is just like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with them?"
I mean, do I look like a bloody no?
He's
Can I make a check to know bloody no or not?
Yeah, like you both kind of like take a look. Well, he's not gonna figure that out.
What is the check?
We're gonna call that a medicine check.
Medicine, is it? Mm-hmm. I am not going to know either.
Unless you can make a cunning argument for something else.
No, I thought if it was magical, it would be Arcana, but it wouldn't really help me much anyway. But...
No, yeah, go ahead, roll Arcana. Did you roll really low?
In that case, yeah, I rolled terribly low. That is like a 9 rather than an 8. So
yeah, you don't know. She's or they are kind of like staring off into space and kind of catatonic. It's not like a normal stun where like someone's all like, like woozy and like weird looking. This is like somebody like the lights are on, but nobody's home right now.
It's damn creepy, that's what it is.
And
Look like petrification.
no, it doesn't look like petrification because there's
In my head, it's kind of like when they get caught in the deadlights in It. Is that a decent enough analogy?
I haven't seen it.
Never mind then.
I kind of just catatonic.
Uh-huh. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to shout them out. But otherwise, it's going to come around to the top of the initiative, which would be Onan. You're stunned, I believe. At the end of your turn, you can
do I
make.
get my save?
Yeah, you get to make another save.
15.
That'll do it. As you shake off the effects of the stun. And
Bloody Nora.
Pen, it is your turn.
Can I
Mm-hmm.
use my action to disengage and get the fuck out of there?
Yes. Let's see.
And then quicken spell Toll the Dead or
Mhm.
something like that?
You totally can.
Yeah. That's what I would like to do.
All right.
Look,
It's
I'll
a
do it for the
save,
free
right?
turn. Yes, it's a save. It is a wisdom save.
Oh, that's a failure, I'm afraid. So that's 2d12 at this level?
It is. Vindication! Max damage on both of them, 24.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I did sorcerer things!
Woo!
Woo!
All right. Hero, you're like, it's like you're in the sunken place right now. You kind of like,
I don't know what that means.
oh, you haven't seen that horror movie. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of like you're falling and like your vision is just kind of slowly tunneling.
Gotcha.
Slowly tunneling, and you can kind of like see Alnon is like kind of holding you up, and there's like the curly-haired human kind of like slapping your cheeks, but you can't feel it. But you can see him like doing it in like this like sinking like tunnel vision that you've got
Okay.
going on. And then it is Alnon's turn.
Right, well, I'm no good here. Why don't you take her inside and see if anything might revive her in that bar?
In that
And he's
case.
just gonna like shove her onto the weedy dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then say like other people are in trouble. Can he kind of like diving leap towards the stag thing, grab his trident out of it, and then make his turn of attacks?
You can. Is there anything you
Okay.
want to do in your bonus action before you do so?
So as he is going to Blood Curse of the Marked?
Question mark?
Question mark? Let me have a look. Bonus action. Mark a creature within 30 feet. Until end of turn, you deal right when you deal right damage to the target, roll an additional Hemocraft. Dive damage. Amplify. The next attack roll you make against the target is at advantage. Right, he's going to amplify it, which means he takes another d6 of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, as he like leaps, the cut that he made on his hand to originally
Mm-hmm.
empower the weapon is going to like bleed like profusely, but also like a little bit like smoke as he leaps through and grabs the weapon, and it's going to empower, and that smoke is going to turn like this kind of is going to be like this kind of greenish, bluish hue, and the weapon is going to glow, and he's going to gain advantage on his next attack. And then all the Hemocraft dice stuff is going to be increased. That's good, because that was a 2. That becomes a natural 20. Excellent.
Nice.
So that's 1d6 of normal damage and 1d6 of Hemocraft, and then both of those. Actually, it's 2d6 of Hemocraft because I added an extra dice of Hemocraft. So would you say that's before or after the crit? Does it get doubled as well?
I
Like a
think
smite?
that's what's the wording on it? When is it when you deal damage or is it
Until the end of the turn, whenever you deal right damage to the target, you roll an additional Hemocraft dice of
yeah,
die
that,
of right.
that is like a hex dice. So you get to double that.
Okay, sweet. So
Oh wait,
all
no.
of these.
You don't double. You take max and then you roll. So you roll your damage or whatever, but then add that on to
Okay,
whatever your
Okay.
I do crits, max damage, and then you roll. So the
sure.
crits are always
So
awesome.
max would be 6 on all of the d6s. So that would be 18 damage plus 12. So for even 30.
Very nice.
That's from the one crit attack. I imagine that's the attack as he like plunges the trident further in as he like puts his body weight behind it, and then his next attack is going to be 14 plus 9,
That'll hit.
and that'll do. Oh, sorry, that was without my modifier of 5, so it was actually 35 damage, I think, on that crit. And then he does 15 damage on the second strike from that trident as he like pulls it out and shoves it back into the creature.
You said another 20?
15.
15. Another 15.
And then he has his offhand attack because he's dual wielding.
Well, how about you describe how you kill it?
Oh, it's okay. Also, I couldn't have offhanded because I just bonus actioned, I realized.
Yeah.
So he leaps in and he pushes it right the way, like the trident right the way deep into the horse creature. And then as he like pulls out, that'll be his second attack. And he kind of pulls out with a flourish, and there's like the inside of the stables turns this kind of blue-green light as it re-emerges from the beast. And there's like a flare of white from the radiant. And he stands there.
Very nice.
Told you, Gerst horse.
Right. And then from behind, let's see, from behind Pen, that rustling comes back is like that little kind of dog kind of like skitters out in between everybody, like weaving in and out of like everybody's legs, and it kind of like jumps up and slashes at Aldon, but it's going to miss terribly. And then another one is going to jump out behind the elf, and he kind of like reflexes, just kind of like turns around and bats it away. It's like there's like two of like these little like split open like dog brain creatures kind of skittering around the stables. They both rolled awful on their rolls, and let me roll a wisdom for the druid. Okay, good. He's going like holding Hero in his arms. He's like slapping her cheeks, and he's just all like, wait a minute, let me, and he like lays a hand over Hero's forehead and like face, kind of like in like this weird like twisted hand monkey thing, and kind of like presses his thumb into like the cheekbone, and like the index and the middle finger kind of press up against like a point on their forehead as he casts Greater Restoration. Hero, you are no longer incapacitated, as your intelligence score is now back to where it was instead of 0.
Oh boy.
Finally, do something fucking useful.
They blink as they slowly come back into their senses. What? It's like they're trying to find a voice that works. What happened?
Onan, it's your turn. There's still two
sorry.
of like these little dog creatures. No, you're perfectly fine. That was not that you've asked any of my NPCs' names, but that was Odd's turn.
That one's going to be an 11. That one's going to be a 23. And the 11's not an 11. Sorry, I was giving +5 for some reason. It's +11. So That 11 is actually going to be a 15.
Both hit. Are you attacking the same one, or are you like doing like the Legolas pum pum into? Either
Yeah,
of
I'll
the
attack the
creatures.
same one twice.
Okay.
Forgot to say I was sharpshooting, so 11 damage on the first
Well, then
and
it
12
wouldn't
damage on the second.
It wouldn't be plus 11.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Like I forgot to sharpshoot is what I meant.
All right. So how much damage?
23 all up.
All up. Okay. So just kind of like reflexes, like you take like the two bows, or the two arrows,
Two
and
bows.
knock
Oh,
knock
that's
it into your bow and fire it off into like the creature and pin it to like the stable floor. The other one kind of would make like a yelping noise, but it kind of like doesn't have a mouth anymore, and so there's like this like kind of weird like wet like sound as it kind of burrows into a pile of hay. And Halmir's horse kind of goes crazy as like you can hear like the skittering around the stable as like the thing is trying to hide from you all.
I'm now just seeing Ornan having like a quiver full of bows, and he just fires bows from his bow.
Hey man, I'm trying real hard.
It's just Japes. It's just
I
Japes.
know. Pen, it's your turn.
Japes for days.
Japes for days.
So they're all hiding right now,
Yes.
and I like take a. Let's see. How flammable is this barn?
I mean, it's full of hay and very flammable, and I wouldn't recommend setting it on fire because you do have to stay here.
Questions like that are why we're friends, Jade.
I mean,
How far?
it went through my head as well, but I'm also currently standing in the stable.
What you doing, Pen?
I'm trying to.
I'll give you a perception check to see if you can find where it went, if you'd like. Otherwise, you can. If you need to be able to see it to target it, you won't be able to do any of those kinds of spells.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, let's go for perception check. Just on the odd. 14.
Let's see what it rolled. No, you're not certain. Like Halmir's horse is kind of like doing like the whinnying, like, and it's like clomping, and it's like making it hard to like hear where the thing might be.
Can I hold like a Toll the Dead until it pops up?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll hold a Toll the Dead until I can see it.
Hero, it's your turn.
Is there? They're still kind of shaking off whatever just happened. Is there any dim or dark light? Dim light or darkness nearby within, say, I don't know, 50 feet?
I mean, yeah, there is. Like you can't really see where like the thing went.
I'd come to consciousness by this point, but did I clock that the thing's hid in the hay?
Yes.
I'm gonna go punch the hay, I guess. Can I do a perception, see if I can see it?
Mhm.
Oy vey. That's a Liam roll.
You have
5.
you have no idea.
I'm just gonna punch randomly.
You're gonna punch randomly. Okay, roll with disadvantage.
Imagine if I roll a 2 and a 1. No, there was a 4 though, so that's 13.
You're like sitting there like punching like the hay, just and then you hear is like you like, and like there's like this weird like squeal as your fist connects with something squishy, and like like as the joke that Dan made earlier, your fist kind of goes in a bit and gets stuck. Roll some damage.
I forgot how much I'm rolling. Yeah, bad. 7.
Okay, it took 7 damage. And, Almond, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna punch again. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, can you? Oh,
Okay,
that's
I
right.
got- Now that I've punched that first one, I can tell where it is. Am I still at disadvantage?
Nah.
Yes. That is a 21. Yes,
That'll hit.
that's another hit. So, it's only 6.
Say yeet.
Yes.
Get out of my hangout.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I can't make good on that today. I do have a bag of tricks that I can throw stuff out of. I'm literally the magic word before spawning a thing was going to be yeet.
I was joking anyway. Yeet, yeet
I know,
is fine. I like yeet. Almond, it's your turn.
so the person we like tried to rescue, who's still like a 5-foot blonde girl or
Mhm.
something, has run back into the stables and started punching the hay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear that she hit something of use? And
Definitely.
Take out, you squishy bastard! There you go.
and then kind of like turns and goes, "Oh, well, I appreciate the help, love." And he's gonna like, I imagine he's like in one stable bit, and then he's
Mhm.
gonna like leap to the next one where she is, trying to get closer to where this dog thing is, and then can I have a weapon that is very like a pitchfork. Like its favorite terrain is hay, so can I stab the dog?
Yes. Yes. You know
Okay.
where it is thanks to Hero's successful punchy punch.
Okay. 2 attacks. One of
Mhm.
them is 18, and the other one is 26.
Both will hit.
First attack with right damage is
Mhm.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack with right damage is 10.
Describe how you kill it.
So he feels it, like smashes it the first time, and then kind of drives it home and into the floor for the second attack, and then he'll like pull it out, still probably like covered in hay and exposed brains and the rest of it, and it's just kind of on the end of his trident.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost dog.
It's like fucking disgusting as like basically the dog that Hero had been petting had split apart and grown into 2, and but most of it was like 70% brain. It was basically like little doggy paws and claws or whatever, little doggy claws, and this giant pulsating brain, and so it's like sitting there like on like your thing, kind of pulsing a little bit in like this like weird like as it dies.
You know, I'm quite partial to dogs, but this one's a bit weird.
Fucking hate dogs.
I mean, ones with exposed brains, not my style.
And like the brain is like where the belly would be, so that's
Mm.
the another thing out of its favor.
How about we just leave this here? And he's gonna like put the trident down on the floor, and then just like with his boot, just like scrape the dog off as he like pulls the trident up.
Now that I
Um,
see what it truly is, would I have seen anything like this in my travels with the tantalizing traveling troupe?
No.
No. Cool.
No. No.
Okay.
Like you
What?
guys,
No.
no, that's fine. You guys can all make Arcana checks if you would like to try and figure out what the F this might be.
Oh, I was definitely just willing to accept the no. Let's fucking roll it.
Nope.
As an 8.
Not at all.
I'm no good at Arcana, so I'm not gonna bother.
23?
Bloody spells.
23?
You're like, maybe it sounds real familiar, but like you're not. Like up here in the snow, it's we no. No.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
This has me right. Flummoxed it does.
It's
It used to be one dog, and then it became not one dog anymore.
Mm-hmm.
and it's real weird.
I was petting
Uh.
it, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't petting it anymore.
No,
Well,
you're
love-
fucking punching it.
Sorry, I missed. All I heard was punching it.
That's all that needs to be said.
Fair enough.
That was some heavy petting, love. Maybe you should try hold back a little next time.
When a thing tries to kill me, I don't hold back with the punching.
Well, why don't you come into the inn with us and maybe not hang around in these weird stables?
Oh, do
Sure.
hang around, but just be quiet. That was a bloody racket.
I didn't say anything.
Don't pet the dogs.
It was so
How
cute.
about you, Elfie boy, eh?
And the elf kind of like looks over at you, and he's just like eyes are kind of, you can tell like he's kind of like still a little bit like what the fuck, but he's all, he looks at you and is all like what?
Like I said, we just killed the ghost horse and the ghost dogs. Like, this might be not the place to keep your hearse.
Right.
Why are you pronouncing all your O's like R's?
Why are you asking stupid questions?
Because
From
I'm
the
curious.
north.
Yeah, we're from the north. Where do you think we're from?
From the north.
Does this mean I'm a ghost hunter now?
Honorary ghost hunter?
Honorary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I killed one. Does that make me an honorary ghost hunter?
No.
Fuck off. I'm asking you. I'm asking the ghost hunter.
I've suckled a tit, but that doesn't mean I'm a dairy farmer. I'll just turn and walk off.
What
I
the
don't think
fuck?
what the fuck do they do up here in the north?
But yeah, like the elf will kind of like look to his horse, who's kind of like calmed down like, a little bit, and he's just all like, "There's part of me that wants to take my chances with the storm," and
You're probably fine in the storm. You can just go.
I mean, you
Right.
could.
I think I will, he says, and he like takes his horse out towards like the front of the stables, and
Are you sure your horse isn't also that thing? Oh wait, I didn't see that thing, did I? I was
No,
comatose.
you did, but you
Just
were
from the sunken
Oh, but I
place.
did do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure your horse isn't one of those Gleipnir horses? Not
Oh,
Gleipnir.
that's very
Like-
true.
And he kind of like looks over at his horse and like lays a hand over in between like its eyes and kind of like whispers in Elvish like this Almananis and S
I speak Elvish. What does it mean?
he basically says spirits of the ancient forest protect my Nalar, and like this kind of like shimmering glow like goes over the horse, and it kind of does like this horsey nod like yeah like like I'm fine buddy.
A little horsey nod.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like
I know. No, the best part is I know exactly what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. It just kind of like does the thing and like shakes his bridle, and he kind of like turns back and like looks at you all, and he's like, he's fine, but I think I am gonna take my chances with the storm. And
No.
Right, well, you're welcome in the inn if you can get your hearse in, but best of luck to you.
he kind of looks towards the inn and is just like, nah, and shakes his head, and
Try not to die out there.
yeah, and like the human is kind of like looking back at him and looking back at you all, like clearly torn with the idea of running as well. So I don't think he doesn't really think that he could like sleep here. And as the elf kind of like rides off, like he like kind of like chases after him and like wait, and runs after the elf.
I guess they're off making their own story now.
Yeah, a bunch of daft prats. Can't outrun the storm. It'll get them before night is through. Right, well, Pen. Killed your first Gerst.
Mhm.
Well done, well done. I think that deserves a drink. And, madam, you coming with us?
Oh, I need to finish my fire whiskey. You're right.
You're still like a 5-foot blonde person, and he doesn't
Yeah.
know that you are you. So,
No, I know.
cool.
She,
Fire
they
whiskey,
haven't-
is
they
it?
They haven't clicked yet that they still look like this, and nobody knows who they are.
I mean, he didn't know what 5-foot blonde women were doing in the stables, but
He's read some, like, you know, maybe he's like picked up some books here or there. There's always a blonde woman in a stable,
yeah,
and like, you
romance
know,
novels, yeah.
yeah, and there's like usually some like stable boy, like kneeling,
Right.
like, yeah. Anyways, so y'all
Well,
go back inside.
yeah, fire whiskey.
As soon as Hero steps out the stable door, they shift back into the Witcher wield persona, which I'm going to probably use as their main one. His main one. Their main one.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it was fucking you the entire time, was it? What were you doing?
Did you not wonder where I went?
I mean, not really.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
You're just
I-
pissing around a stable, punching dogs.
I was petting the dog, and then I had to punch the dog because the dog is a dick.
So be it.
Dick dogs. It was nice before the whole splitting open into multiple things thing.
Perhaps don't go petting strange creatures then.
I didn't know it was a strange creature. I thought it was a dog.
I mean, things obviously aren't what they seem. Animals turning into whatever the hell that was.
You can say that again. They say as they run their hands through their hair and it turns black.
Yeah, not far off what you are they?
Okay, don't go that far.
They changed their
so-
I
form.
can just change my voice and my appearance to any other thing that has 2 arms and 2 legs and is roughly between the heights of 5 foot and 7 foot.
That is some very specific change in there. You can't make a brain sprout from your back.
Let me try. Nope, nail look, pal.
Ah, right, shame. Shame.
I've got
Can he
things
have
in
like
here.
a bit of a look around, a bit of a poke at some more hay or something, and see if anything else is horribly mutating, or there's weird noises or smells
Sure.
or anything?
Ghost hay.
Ghost hay.
Okay.
Do
Kill it, Earl. Kill it, Earl.
Do me a perception check.
Holy shit, that was a 19. Plus 5 for 24.
If there was a needle in this haystack, you would find it. Thankfully, it's just
Ghost
hay.
needles.
it's just hay. So as you guys are heading back towards the inn, I'm gonna call
Sorry,
for.
is he able to like drag them out into the snow away from the stables and set them alight?
Oh yeah, definitely.
'Cause,
Do you guys want
I
to
mean,
help
he's
him do that?
he's a ghost slayer, and you've got to purify these things. So
Yeah, you don't want to
He-
set fire to them in the stable. That would be bad.
no. He's going to
We've
drag them out
already-
into the middle
we've
of the
already talked
complex, so
about
outpost,
Not a
burn
problem.
them.
Burn them.
Burn them.
Now, Pen, this is what you got to do to corpses to stop them from being possessed by ghosts.
Okay. You burn them.
Fire is your friend.
Indeed.
Right. So before you guys.
Looks a bit solemn, and then he'll leave.
Okay, before you guys head back into the inn, because I didn't actually take a break whenever we took a break earlier, I'm going to call a quick fiver, and then we'll be back in for the stunning conclusion.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm now very concerned.
It's fine. It's fine.
It'll be fine. Jan,
Yeah.
I spent like 8 hours drawing trees in Shao Kun and then zooming out, they look shit. 'Cause they're
Oh,
too
buddy.
small.
Oh
Yeah,
no, you have to
don't
take
do
references.
it. I mean, they look real good when you zoom in,
Sure.
but oh my god, when you zoom out,
Are you able
just
to
it
send a
doesn't.
picture?
Yeah, I'm sending. I'm
Okay.
fucking sending.
But they're not in scale with other trees.
Well, yeah.
Could
It gives
Shao
the
Kun
impression
just
that
have
it's
smaller
denser.
trees?
Yeah, they look denser.
Okay.
It doesn't look too bad,
Okay.
but it's like 10,000 trees.
That's a bit of a problem, that is. You put them in Dead by Den. Oh, they do look a bit small compared to that mountain.
Well, the mountain's supposed to be massive, so that's
Massive.
more of that issue. Because if you look at the
bigger
other one, like compared to the other mountains in Lament,
Yeah.
it's like the
Yeah, but-
size of a Shah, that mountain.
It is a pretty big mountain. You could have a hell of a lot of dwarves in there. Or Durga or Drow or whatever.
Do go live in a Shah,
Is that the only place they are, though?
as far as I know.
Okay.
Drow live
Maybe you're
under
wrong.
Drow live up north under Calland.
Near the Vales.
Yeah. So I was just saying, like, spent hours and hours drawing the trees for Shao Kun, but they look shit because they're too small. I'm gonna have to redo them all.
Can you make them bigger? And then...
No, because they'll get blurry.
Right. Is everyone back?
No, I don't believe so. I'm just going to pop away very briefly.
Okay, you do that.
Oh,
You all right there?
pissed off by the goddamn trees.
Mm.
Took me so long. Look at them.
I can't?
They're in Dead by Dawn.
Oh, okay.
They're so good and tiny. They're just too tiny.
Mm. I mean, I think they look okay in like the big one.
They are definitely smaller. They're actually, I think, like looking at them a little bit more zoomed in, but not all the way zoomed in. They're not actually too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, like on like the big picture, granted, like, you know, it's kind of skewed because I can't like get it full screen.
Yeah, I'm sending another one.
Can I talk about the things I had to do off camera, or should I keep those until the end?
No, you can go ahead. Well,
So-
no. Wait, just wait.
I will wait until I have confirmation.
You guys will figure it out real quick here in a second.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
They're not guess.
I think you'll find that's Gerst.
Ghost. You're not the boss of me. No.
Ghosts.
Ghost.
And no, guess. All right, everyone's here. Okay. Everyone's ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys head back into the inn. All of the occupants are standing and facing in one direction as in the center of the room near where you had left Evelyn, Berga is standing next to her, and is like pulling her hand away as you guys come in, and they kind of, and then everyone turns and looks at you all as you enter in unison, and like that creepy Children of the Corn, like everyone's on like puppet strings.
Does Evelyn look okay, or is she catatonic?
No, she's not really looking very okay. And they kind of say in unison, and in like a mixture of like all of like the voices all at once, the two dwarves near you, near the door, and then like the elven ranger in the corner, and the two humans, the tavern keeper, and the other human that no one interacted with. They all say, you killed the Devourers in like this kind of like at world's end creepy drone voice. And then there's like more of that kind of weird cracking as it, again, in as though like in clockwork synchronicity, they all like tilt their head to the right and to the left, and like you hear like the cracking bone sounds. And then there's behind Berga, Evelyn coughs and like doubles over, and blood splatters across the wooden floor of the Broken Dagger. And she like, and then they all like reach up towards their face at the same time. And there's like, you see them like pressing their fingers into like the center of their face, and there's like more of like that flesh ripping sound, and like crunch and gore and wet. It's like that's weird. It's a nasty like splitting wood sound, but it's flesh and bone. And they like peel back their visages, and like these purplish gray tentacles shoot out from the mouths. And as they all go through ceremorphosis, ceremorphosis at the same time. And standing in front of you in the Broken Dagger is 5 mind flayers now.
Oh, fuck.
Berga, the one that you didn't speak to, is like taller than the others, and like the illusion of like their form kind of over their clothes kind of melts away, and they're wearing like these long flowing like purple robes, and like they have like those elongated illithid limbs, as it appears that now with context your 23 makes a little bit more sense, Pen. This, because you know normally mind flayers don't travel out of the Underdark, but occasionally whenever this special type of mind flayer is created, they kind of set out like a new queen bee to make a new colony, as this is an Ulitharid. Ulitharid. I can't pronounce it. But I would like you all to roll initiative, if you would.
Oh, it's squids. That's a relief. We've dealt with squids, haven't we?
Bugger fuck.
Ghost squids.
Ghost squids. Oh, this job was. Oh, this tavern was made for us, Alan.
13.
13.
I got a 13 as well.
I got a 15.
My dex is +5.
My dex is not +5.
My deck.
+6. Haha!
Oh shit!
Pin.
5.
All right.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all.
All right. So, let's see here. The the mind flayer that was in the corner, who was like the elven ranger, straightens up and is going to attack first, and is going to going to choose one of you with a d4. That's a 4. Hero, I need you to make me... Oh wait, no, each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere. So that's all 4 of you. I need you to all make me wisdom saving throws, please.
I would say that 2 of us burnt some corpses and came in a little later than the other 2. And we may not be at the door, but
Oh my
okay.
fucking god!
Okay, I'll let you guys have that. I'll let you have that. It'll
Hooray,
be
the
Hero
burn
and
Yay!
Ornan.
So,
I failed.
I'm gonna tell you this now, Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the rolls before when I met the demon dog, and I rolled 2 2s, one after the other. I have just rolled a 1.
All right.
Every save I've done, I've failed miserably.
All right, you two are confused. At the beginning of your
confused.
turn, you're going to roll a d10 and determine what your actions
Oh,
are going to
blimey.
be.
Hero's like shape shifting is just going nuts. Their like
Oof.
form is completely unstable.
All right, and well, Burma is going to, or the Ulatharid is going to mind blast the 4 of you because it will hit you in a 60-foot cone.
Jeez.
So that will be an intelligence saving throw from everyone, please.
Oh bugger!
Do we automatically fail if we're confused?
I don't.
I'm not sure that confused makes you spend your actions in different ways if it's the confused spell,
You
but
can't take reactions. You just can't take reactions. So you're fine. You can still make your save.
Oy vey.
Oh
10.
no, I lost my fudge. I lost my initiative because I hit back. Fucking
Oh.
hell.
Oh sure. Are we not supposed to be cursing?
No, you can.
Ah,
Hold
was
on.
a-
I got 15. Dan and Liam got 13, and Jade got 5.
I got 10, brother.
Liam
No,
Yeah.
he's
No.
doing the initiative.
he meant
for me.
initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
we
Oh,
both got
sorry. Yeah.
13.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. No, I'm sorry.
Oh god, that was so
Oof.
mean.
It's spreading.
how'd you have Alex?
mean. That was mean. I'm
Oh,
sorry. The
I found my favorite version of C.
The Scion was first. I believe this one was a 9, and these 2 were 2, if I remember properly. Boom, boom. All right.
Tell us when you want the int saves.
In saves now, please.
I got 16.
I also got 16. Oh, nice work, brother.
We'll find out in a moment if it's nice work.
Well, you know, it's not bad.
Pin
It's
hero.
not bad at all.
10.
No.
Hero.
10.
All right. So just hero and pen fail. Let's see. Y'all are going to take. Let me roll up some damage. 7,
Oof.
9, and 13. 17 psychic damage. And you two
If we pass.
are
Oh.
if you fail, 16 psychic damage and you're stunned. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, ending
16 or
the effect on us. What?
Was it 16 or 17?
Whatever I said the first time. I got
17.
distracted. Okay.
17, I think.
And then we're
17.
stunned.
Stunned
stunned.
again, and also I can't do it. I can't get rid of myself.
No, this one you can.
Well, I wouldn't be able to because I'm confused. So I have to roll at the beginning of my turn to tell me what action.
We'll have to see what you can do then. Because you might be able to take your turn as normal. Onan, you are up.
Roll a d10, do I?
Yes.
That's a 10, Mum.
10.
Ooh.
I
You
think
might
that,
get your turn.
I think that's the good one. Let me let me pull up a confusion in a different tab so I don't have to. Yes, you can act and move normally.
Right. Get out of my head, you greasy fucks. Have a couple bows in your face.
Which one are you aiming for?
The big boy. The man who's the bastard who's dealing with
The one that mind
Yeah.
blasted or the one that
yeah,
confused
yeah,
you?
that one. Mind blast.
Okay.
25.
Hits.
Fuck, sharpshooter on the second one, but I rolled a natural one.
Okay.
9 damage.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, call it out.
Yeah.
La 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 la. 0 and 0. Well, I'll say who's next. Hero, you're next. Roll me a d10 for me, please.
Rolling a d10.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get something. 5.
You don't move or take any actions this turn. Let's
Cool.
see. Oh, Ornin, roll me another wisdom saving throw. And Hero, roll another wisdom saving throw.
Also,
that's
Did something
a
else happen if I
6.
didn't move because of my stunning? Or no?
No, but you still get to make the save to shake off.
I rolled another 1.
Okay, what'd you roll, Ornin?
6.
A 6? Alright. You're still... Okay, that was for the confusion. Now, now, Pit or Hero, roll for the stun.
Natural 20!
Alright, you're not
Yeah.
stunned anymore.
Woo!
But you're still confused.
I'm gonna go through both of these fights doing bugger all.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Your fault.
Yeah, Alnon, it's your turn. Hey, you should be real grateful that you were just stunned during that turn. I thought real long and real hard about letting those intellect devours have your brain while you were in there.
I literally thought I was gonna come back from driving my parents about, and then you were gonna go, oh, by the way, you're dead.
I could have. I really could have.
It wouldn't make much difference to what I've done now.
Are they still outside of the tavern technically, or did they take a step in or two or whatever?
I kind of imagine that Hero and Alnon or Ornan did. You said that you and Pin were further back to avoid the confusion, so
Sure.
you're outside, but they're inside.
Okay. When Ornan was sane for a turn and he shot people, did you move back out of the tavern away from the tavern full of mind flayers, or
I didn't say I did, so
right?
I'm really not a very good player.
No, not really. You had your turn to get away from the danger. You didn't. What would it take for me to go in there, grab them both, take them out of the tavern, then potentially burn the tavern down and block the door?
Won't be able
6
to do
turns?
that all in one turn. That's an impossibility because you've got 2 full-grown people who are not object because they're not prone. They're just confused. So they'll be fighting against you, and you'll have half movement to even get them out. And if you're as far back, if you were out of the 10-foot radius, you're at least 10 or 15 feet back. So there's no way you can even get one of them out in one turn.
Fuck. I will look at the few resources I have left. Looking at Pen, does it look like you're about to do something big or like run for the hills?
I mean, yes, but I'm also stunned. So
Oh, Jesus, you're stunned as well? Great. Oh, Ornan, you fucking fool.
Hey, if you're a protagonist, you're not gonna run.
I mean, I might run.
Oh, I'm sure as fuck gonna run.
I mean,
Cowards.
live to be in a
Cowards.
story another day.
Cowards.
I was more than happy to burn the tavern full of Illithid down and leave.
Still an option. I'm not in the building.
Yeah, but his
No.
brother is.
Yes.
So, I can blood curse a creature without hitting them. I am going to attempt to use one. My second of 3 blood curses with a shitty DC because I've shit all intelligence. Attempt to bind a creature within 30 feet of you. Target must make a strength saving throw DC 14.
Mm-hmm.
Or they have their speed reduced to 0 and can't use reactions until the end of my next turn. So I'm going to try and bind the big one.
Yeah, that's the only one you can see from outside, I figure.
Okay. So DC, that's the bonus action, DC 14.
Okay.
Strength.
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 Well, you know, mind flayers are so strong. Let's see here. Is this a magical effect? So it will have advantage. That's not much better. Strength is 14.
That was what you needed.
Then it is fine.
I mean, it doesn't technically say that magic, but okay.
You're not a fucking mystic. It's magical.
Can I grab my brother and pull him out of the tavern successfully?
Let's see. How far back did you have to be to cast that?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, so yeah, you would have had to have moved up like almost right next to him to do so. So, you would can maybe get him like maybe 5 feet out.
Oh. I mean, I thought he. How far into
'cause
this
it'll
pub was
be-
he before realizing it was full of mind flayers?
Like,
I thought he was in the door.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's still half movement to drag someone against their will, forced movement. So you're gonna have like 5 feet of movement with him after moving up, because either you were out of range, enough out of range of the thing.
the mind blaze was only like 10 feet.
Mind
But-
blast is 60, but the confusion was a 10-foot radius. So to be out of that, you had to be at least 15 feet back, at the very least. So it would have been 15 feet up.
Okay.
So you've
Then I
got-
will dodge to one side of the inn and out of line of sight of them entirely, and basically swear at my brother until he gets out the place, and that will be my turn.
Okay,
I'll ready in case anything comes out.
awesome. I know you're trying to save him, but like you're not gonna. If you wanted to be away from the confusion, you wouldn't have enough movement to get him out of danger.
Sure.
That will be your turn. It's now that's Kenneth's turn. He can't see you because you ducked out of cover. Pen's too far back. His only choices are Orn and Hero. So what is he going to do?
Bring it.
He's going to He's going to odds or evens.
Odds.
All right, lucky duck, you. The mind flare that was in like the corner where the human male was standing is kind of gonna swing like his like hands around, and like this giant like spectral hand appears behind Hero as he casts telekinesis, and he's going to pull Hero into the center of the broken dagger, closer to the Illithrid. Let's say that telekinesis is a You're not stunned anymore. Yes. So let's see. I think there's a save. Make a athletics or acrobatics check. No, wait, no.
This is medium.
No. You make a strength check.
Bus 10.
10. All right. Yeah, that fails. The telekinesis pulls you in, and you are restrained by the telekinetic grip as it pulls you in like 30 feet closer to the big old fuck off mind flayer.
Sure.
And then it's Pin's turn. Are you?
I mean, I'm
She's
stunned, right?
stunned.
You're stunned, so you'll make a save to see if you are still stunned.
2 on the dice.
Oh, you're still stunned. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Then the 2 mind flayers that were closest to the door are both going to move up and try to tentacle attack Ornen.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a 13 and a 16.
16 hits.
All right. So you only get hit by 1. You're not. Are you stunned or are you just confused?
Just confused.
Thank Christ.
Oh, they be going for your brain.
Where's my other D10? Can't find it. So that's going to be 14 points of psychic damage, and you are currently grappled. And make me another intelligence saving throw.
5.
Now you are stunned.
Hell.
Stunned and grappled by a mind flyer.
I'll tell you right now, I think we're all dead.
Told you I was going to try to TPK you. Then it is top of the initiative, and it is the Ranger Mind Flayer. And it is going to... Can't see anyone. There's Hero and Orn. One is stunned. Hero is just confused, but he's not
Understand.
stunned right now. They are going to cast... What are they going to cast? No, they're just gonna go up and try and chomp on Orm too. Because they smell the tasty brains in the air. Going to have advantage because you are stunned.
Ha! I poisoned my brains. They're all dead.
That's a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Even with advantage. Okay, so you're only grappled by 1, but you've got 3 mind flayers all up ons. The big Ulitherid is going to try to nom on Hero. You are not stunned, correct? You're just
I am
confused.
restrained, though.
Oh, you are restrained. Does it give advantage on attack
I have
rolls
no
against
idea.
you?
I would assume so, but I don't know that for sure.
Ooh, yes, they do. This is not going well for you guys.
I mean,
That will
I
be
mean, whose fault is that?
a 14 to hit.
nada.
Doesn't hit.
Nope. Not
Oh.
if my AC is still the same.
Should be, unless your AC is high because of a shield.
Nope. It's high because I have a lot of dex and a lot of wisdom.
Oh, right. Then you're fine. And then it's back to Ornen. It's your turn.
Unstun myself. Thank you very much. 7. Never mind.
Yeah, that won't do it. Aren't you a fighter?
Yeah.
Don't you have like...
Oh, indomitable. You can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. 8.
No pluses?
No, I got a -1.
Okay. Sorry.
I
Hero,
deserve this for
Hero,
making Dan stun.
it's your turn.
Cool. Just strength test, break this restraining.
You're still confuzzled, yes? Or
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Hold on. 3.
La 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 la. Don't move or take actions this turn.
Cool. Carry on.
Yep. You can roll to make the save now, though.
Yeet. Oh, is that a 6 or a 9? That's a 9. So that is. Sorry, which save is it? Wisdom.
For the confusion, it is wisdom. Yes.
Wisdom 11.
Nope. Sorry. Alman, it's your
I was gonna
turn.
say not your fault, but I mean it is.
I mean,
partially.
You did this!
you did this. Alman, it's your turn.
Well, Pen, me ma often said, if your brother was going to have his brains eaten, burn the place down. So I'm going to close the door. I'm going to set fire to the roof of the place with my torch that I just burned those corpses with. And then I'm going to shove it into the ground or something to act as like a wedge to stop the door from being opened. And then I'm going to take a couple of steps back, try shake Pen out of whatever's happening, and if not, just take her to a safe distance away from the now burning building, ideally.
Right, it's gonna take a few rounds before, like, you know, the roof catches, like, completely, and, like, the place will actually start, like, burning.
Sure,
Because that's how fire works. At least, like,
sure.
normal fire.
But I'm not going into a room full of mind flayers.
Sure.
So I'm going to take Pen further and further in a safe distance.
Okay, so...
Garwood.
You set fire to
You're
the
stunned
thing.
and you didn't walk out when you had the chance.
Yeah, because I'm not a coward.
All right, so yeah, that you have, like, you know, whatever, like, you toss the torch up there. You see, like, the wood kind of starts to catch. It's kind of questionable whether or not it will in, like, this wind, without it being, like, magical. Then you, like, walk, like, you know, the however many feet back Pen is, like 15
I mean, I managed to
feet.
burn the corpses. Like,
Yeah.
I can go get another torch if you need me to, but I was going to
Yeah,
apply it to the wood.
The, like, mundane torch in, like, the wind, it's not going to catch fire, like, without, like, some sort of accelerant.
Yeah, fire's real hard.
I mean, that building is filled with
It
accelerant.
is wood, yes, but you're not catching the accelerant on fire. I know you want to set fire to the place, but without magical fire, it's not going to happen quickly. Or without, like,
Okay,
you know...
I will bloodwrite and use my fiery bloodwrite to set the trident on fire and then attack the inn with my fiery trident. Can I set it on fire?
Sure.
Or help increase the fire?
Sure.
Okay.
And then you move back to help Pen. Again, because she's still stunned, you're not going to get very far at this turn. That's your go. The Canist. What is he doing? He's gonna go up and try and nom.
Yeah,
on
come
hero.
have a snack, you gribbly bitch.
He's gonna try and snack on Hero, and he's going to roll a 1 and a 2 with advantage. So he's gonna do real great. Pen.
He bites his tongue.
Pen, it's your turn. Roll to throw off the stun.
That's an intelligence save, right?
Yes.
21.
Yes, okay. You are no longer stunned. Alman is dragging you away from the burning inn where Hero and Alman's brother is currently. You can do what you will. Or, well, on the your next turn you can.
I was gonna say I was the end of my
Yeah.
turn, right?
Yeah. Mind Flayer A, Mind Flayer B are gonna try and snack on Orn. All right, that is with advantage going to be I can maths 23. That's gonna hit. You're still grappled. That's 11 points of damage from 1. And then that is going to hit as well because that's 22. So that's another 15 points of piercing damage as they're just kind of numbing on your juicy, juicy brain.
That's to me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Scion is also. Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
17 points of psychic damage from the last one. Oh, I suppose. Oh, no. Guess I won't let it extract the brain. I'll have to remember to do that next time. Damn. Okay. Sorry. Big one is Hero is confused but not stunned, correct?
Yep, but I am restrained still.
Yeah. So they have advantage, but no one's grappled you yet. Oh, that one will hit probably with a 23.
Yep.
I know how to add 12 points of psychic damage. Ornan, it is your go.
Try and unstun myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 17.
Oh, you're not stunned anymore.
Your brother
I'm
has
still
abandoned you.
grappled, I'm still grappled though, so.
Yeah, you'll be able to hopefully try and break that the next time around. Hero, you are, remind me, just restrained?
8 on the confusion.
Confusion, you use your action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. So,
Can I do that whilst restrained?
huh? Yeah, you just have disadvantage.
Yeah, restrained just means your movement's 0.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's grappled. Restrained is disadvantage on attacks and dex saves and stuff.
I don't know how do you want to randomly determine who I punch?
Call odds or evens on the big guy.
Odd.
Okay, you hit the other one.
Okay. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, sorry, no, disadvantage. Sorry. 14.
Still hits.
Cool beans. I'm assuming I can't do anything with it. It's just a melee attack.
Yeah, just
Like I
says
can't use a key point or anything.
melee attack.
6.
All right.
Do I try and break the confusion now? Yes.
Yes.
Wisdom save. I missed the actual thing. Oh, for fuck's sake! I rolled a 2.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
It's
Alnan, it's your turn.
And Pen is back to
Yes.
being sane again.
You continue into run.
Well, I'm gonna, as she comes to, I guess. Well, Pen, do you want to try the storm?
Yes. 'Cause I'm not going in there.
Yeah, that is it is a good start for the Ghost Hunter training.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna start strolling out of this camp, I guess. If there's any supplies or something he can pick up on the way.
Sure. Let's see. The Mind Flayer Ranger is gonna try a numb on Ornan again. Isn't gonna have advantage. Is only gonna roll a 13. No, 12. So yeah, you don't get gnomed on this turn. Pen, you're running away, so we'll go back up to
Whoa. How far away is this building?
like 35 feet from where.
How well is it burning?
Not very well. I mean, it's a huge barracks.
So if I turn and throw a fireball at it,
It'll burn some more. Yeah.
is it gonna help? Is that gonna help accelerate it?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fireball it.
Okay, you gonna aim right for the front doors?
No.
You're
Is
not.
there like the?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that trap.
What trap?
The trap of trying to burn the front door so that the mind flayers can get out.
I mean, Orn could also get out too, but you don't.
I
I mean, isn't he attacked by like 3 dudes and partially grappled by many of them? And
he made his choice.
restrained?
Hey, they
Stop.
wouldn't know it was coming.
Is that like the roof kind of like thatched or anything like that?
It's like thick timber.
I'll just throw it at the roof, maybe.
Okay.
I need a deck save from the barracks.
Yes, no, it's fine. You catch it on fire. It's nice and on fire now. You guys go on about your business.
Escaping, taking any supplies we can find with us.
Yep. Mind Flayer A, Mind Flayer B. You're gonna try and nom on Tasty. First one's going to be a 20, and that's a hit. So only rolls 11 points of psychic damage. But let's see.
Sorry, are they eating me or Orn?
Orn. These are the pair that started nomming on the other
Gotcha.
orc. The 26 will hit on the other one. He's going to try to extract your brain. That's 11, 19, 21, and 28 points of damage.
This is on me, yeah. Sorry. I realised I should have been making my saves with +0, not -1. Not that it matters.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Dun. The ranger is also going to try and nom on you. 21 to hit.
Hits.
16. They're trying to extract your brain too. So 16, 23. Whoop. Dropped it. 33. 39. 49 points of damage.
Ooh! I go down. But I'm a fork.
So you have 1 hit point as like
I come back at 1 hit point.
you feel you feel the the tentacles all like wrapped around like your face, and like you can feel like their little sharp beak on the inside and teeth just kind of grinding against your skull, trying to crack your skull cap open.
Yeah.
The big one is going to try and do the same to Hero. It's going to miss. Oh my god, I'm rolling like Liam. When it comes to attacking Liam, I'm rolling like Liam.
Did it have a did you use advantage? Because I'm still for the.
Yep, that was with advantage.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Ornan, it's your turn. You have 1 hit point.
All right. Let's fucking do it. Bonus action, second wind. 14 hit points.
Sure. You have him. You're at 15 hit points now.
Break the grapple. That's natural 14 plus Athletics 21.
Oh yeah, and they need to. Oh, natural one.
Yeah, get the fuck off, bite his tentacle. Ah! I'm gonna run away through the door.
You turn and try to open the door. It's been barred shut from the outside.
Oh no! Oh, I forgot about that.
You can make a strength check to try and bash it down.
Yes, I will. Athletics or just strength?
I'll be generous, whichever you want.
Oh, that's a good roll. 23.
Yeah. You like shoulder through the door with like splintering wood. It just kind of like flies everywhere. There's a couple of attacks of opportunity, but no shit. That is a 2, a 3, and a fucking 4. So they all fucking miss.
Hey up, Nornan, I'd fucking run if I were you.
And you just see that little like pendant bouncing on his chest, saving his life again. Because every time he goes down, he just stabilizes. So be agonizingly slow, his death.
Yeah, so I can continue to play this out, Liam, but what do you think? This is kind of like a cinematic.
Kill her. Just kill him.
Okay, it's a cinematic moment as like Arnon breaks free from all of the mind flayers and like runs out into the snow after his brother and Penn and like zombies. The other 3 kind of like turn towards where like Hero is like grasped in like the telekinesis, and they all kind of like zombie kind of like around the changeling as like, you know, they all kind of like wrap their tentacles around and like try to crunch into your skull. Like Hero's form like shifts back and forth between like the Witcher's Wailed and like the red-haired druid, and occasionally it's like once or twice it's like Ornan's face as he like, you know, tries to summon up like the wherewithal to like free himself the way Ornan did, but the scene fades to black as Hero meets a hero's end at the Broken Dagger, and that's where we'll call it a session.
That was so good, see?
Also, I'd just like to say that the first thing Ornan says when they get to safety is, "Oh, I'm glad we all made it out alive."
You know what? I can't even argue with you.
Sure. I mean, I hope we barbecued a few of those fucking squid faces. We'll have to go tell them the local town and then come back here in force.
Or we could just not come back.